Oh, goodness. Ready?
Yeah. Liberty and Lead podcast. Keep it local. Keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
Professor.
Professor is sitting in for Trigger. Trigger might show up later. Professor was coming out anyways.
Somebody else is supposed to be
I
here.
wish you lived closer, because then it'd be a lot easier just to do this every weekend that you're available.
I know. Me too.
And work with my fucking schedule because Amy has me all over the map. But anyway, we are going to try to hit on some AR-15 stuff. Talk about it, show and tell, quality parts, trash parts. I have what we call the Poverty Pony, Anderson Manufacturing AM-15 it's called. It's the AR-15. Shipped with the cheapest shit ever, but you can buy them for sub $400 all day long, any day of the month. So where are we going to start?
Well, I had a range day with some coworkers. So I think there was 6 or 7 of us out at the range. You know, it was a decent range where...
Like a legitimate range?
A legit range, not the...
Well, no, we went...
Yep.
Which is Caledonia.
Caledonia.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's not a main public area, so it's not everyone showing up, but we had some rookies wanted to see guns or, you know, see what kind of pistol to buy. So one of the guys that works for Dollar, we'll call him Bruno.
Okay.
He works on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
So I found out he actually built an AR pistol. He brought it out there. So after we got done with pistols, we went over to the rifle range, and he was trying to tell me something over text what was wrong with his gun, but I didn't know about it, and I couldn't figure it out until I saw it. He would pull the charging handle back, let go, and it just stays there. The bolt doesn't fly forward, it just stays there. It's not locked back by the
buffer spring is not throwing it back.
Absolutely filthy inside?
No, he's only shot it one time.
Was that a Russian round? Because you know they're filthy.
So I messed with it. First off, I pulled it out and the bolt was bone dry. I always bring some FPL, squirt some lube all over it.
Tua.
Mm-hmm.
Some Diddy supply.
I believe that's overkill. But
Can't catch me.
I put his rifle back together. Oh, excuse me, his pistol. It still did the same thing. Took his gun back apart. Put just the BCG in, bolt carrier group, and that slides just fine. I grabbed my charging handle out of my gun, put it in there. His gun operates just fine. He's got some $20 bargain bin charging handle.
The Poverty Pony comes with a $10 one.
Well,
He probably bought one from China. And, you know, the measurements are always a little bit off.
so
Well, hard to see.
Well, on widescreen, this is fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those things where it's like there's certain things where you can kind of skimp on if you want to save some money.
Yeah.
And then there's some things where it's integral to the operation of the gun where you want to spend a little bit of money.
All this motion needs to be...
Although the charging handle is only to get you going, if you're moving it and it's not doing what it's supposed to do, you're not in the fight.
So I actually had something similar. So I have an AR-57 upper, which takes the P90 mags, top load, and the brass falls out the mag well. So if you have an old steel magazine, you can cut the top off, take the spring and follow her out, and all the brass will collect conveniently in there.
On the steel mags, do they have the bottom? I don't know anything about the steel mags. Does the bottom slide off like a regular
Yeah, you can
P-mag?
take those apart. Yeah.
But either way, so I was working with, I took it out to the range last weekend with a $10 Dremel from Menards.
Yeah.
At $10, it's disposable. I don't care. Took it out and I ran it. So the issue was I figured out the bolt carrier group was rubbing up against the magazine and was providing too much drag and it was jamming up. So I took the Dremel out and just grind down a little bit.
Of the mag or the
bolt carrier group.
Okay.
The mag ain't gonna. There's not that much to take off.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that platform, so.
It's barely a platform. It's patent pending on it. I just thought it was a novelty at the time, and it does not fire very well. It does now, after I milled off basically all the Parkerization.
Mm-hmm. Huh. But the charging handle.
It was a charging handle, so it was one of these where it's like, okay, I'm taking my charging handle back. Here's your garbage one.
So you think if I spend some money on a good charging handle on the old Poverty Pony?
Well, I think your out of spec stock is what's doing your most damage. Because when I extended it, it worked fine.
But I've got one on every other gun. Mm-hmm. The Adaptive Tactical butt stocks, I like them because I'm a pussy. And that thing's got a soft pad.
You need it for the hard firing AR-15 5.56. A lot of recoil there.
Yeah.
Before we get too deep into it, one of the things that happened when we were at the range with the guys, someone that has finished a CPL class, I don't know how, picks up one of my guns. I had 5 guns set out. The night before, I was up until 1 a.m. I had blue tape on every gun. This is what it is. I had blue tape on every mag. This mag goes to this gun, so you could. I got a bunch of novices, use this gun, this mag. Picks up the first one, I think it was the Glock 19. Gets up to the line, puts the mag in. I had everything locked back.
Mm-hmm.
He drops the slide forward, gets in a position, racks a slide.
That's novice.
You just put a live round on the ground. Okay. Fires. Racks a slide. I was like, okay, wait a second. He didn't just do that, right? But I don't say anything. It's like, let's see if he does it one more
I've
time.
seen like videos of people doing it, and you can't help yourself but cringe. Okay, go ahead.
And he did it on a second shot. Rack the slide. Okay, hold on.
Stop.
Here's what's going on. Every one of these is you can use. Fire, and it ejects the
Does
spent
all
shell.
the work for you.
Now you have 3 rounds you got to try and pick up so you don't lose those. Just thought that was comical. And
Don't waste my money.
Well,
before we left, I said, if you want to shoot, here's what you need to go buy. Because you're not shooting my ammo.
yeah.
Not in today's society. Or economy.
And they show up with the Wolf brand.
I actually did specify brass. I don't like that shit.
But was it the same Bruno guy?
No, Bruno was pretty good.
Okay.
It was one of the other guys.
Okay.
From the same company, but
Okay. Because I would love to have that to be able to fuck with him.
oh yeah.
But anyway,
No, it wasn't Bruno, unfortunately.
but the Glock 19 is one of the most popular guns
yeah.
anywhere.
Yep.
It's a full size, what are they, 5-inch?
It's I believe it's I don't know my specs on the actual every model. I don't retain that information, but it's a slight shorter barrel from the Glock 17, the full size. So it's probably a 4-inch barrel.
4.5.
And they shorten the grip just a bit, so you go from 17 rounds to 15 rounds.
Okay. Well, let's keep talking about your day, and then we'll go on what we have today, and then we'll go over the AR-15 stuff.
There was a
Range.
whole lot of bad stuff on the pistol range. I mean, we all took turns. I actually had the governor out there. Little side note, the governor at 7 yards with birdshot does not
Not the
fully-
Michigan one, by the way.
Yeah, the Smith & Wesson governor. Let me go
Yeah.
up there. So shooting 4 10 rounds out of a revolver. The birdshot does not make it through the plywood. So
To come back?
oh yeah,
Oh, really?
we were getting peppered a little bit. We was playing with that, so
That's why I wear eyes.
it's still fun. But
Really?
yeah, a few little.
I mean, 410 is not a big. I mean, it is a big number.
It's traveling a total of what 14 yards to hit you back, but it's still coming back pretty decent. So
It's got to be a learning experience.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Adam was there, so he was.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the guys that was the knowledgeable people. I was the first person that basically said, "Here's the safety check. I have no issue kicking someone out if you're stupid. So let's make sure we're safe."
Right.
Quick shot of the safety rules, and then let's go.
I'm kind of a Nazi about that shit out here. I've been flagged a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. It's a shitty instant feeling.
And on your property, so.
Right. All right, so you were talking about, since we're on the topic of pistols, we might as well keep rolling with it. Wanting a new micro carry gun.
So my main carry is the Smith & Wesson Shield, the original OG. Not bad, but it's only, I keep the 7-round mag in because it's shorter, easier to conceal, and less printing. And the 10-round sits in my back pocket. I'm not super crazy about it now. I've had it, and I hate the safety on it. I don't.
Well, you mentioned it on text or whatever, and we were shooting the shit about it. Yep. I love the Smith & Wesson guns. Moody's got a collection of them.
Mm-hmm. Two.
Okay.
Collection.
Wait, you need one more to make it a collection, so. I have no issue with them. It shoots great. I've never had a malfunction.
Right.
But in terms of firepower, you're lacking.
Well, I have the original. I have the original Shield in 40, and I'm a little bigger, so I can use the extended mag. But you're still talking about 7 rounds.
Yeah.
I have an 8-round mag in mine right now.
But now I have the 2.0 full size. Sorry, they consider it a compact 4-inch barrel, but it's double stack, holds 15 of 40. And I don't mind that. I carry that appendix.
That's the one we had out here, right?
Yeah.
The grip on it, the grip size of it is kind of but it's about the same as my Walther. Mm-hmm. It's just about right. But he's got the fat size and the part that you can change.
The largest back strap.
I'm gonna put a larger. Hold on to his. I'm gonna put the larger back strap on mine.
Do I need to go get my case? I forgot to bring it.
No.
I got time.
Well, maybe.
So
maybe on break.
I saw an ad for a new Smith & Wesson from the Performance Center, the Carry Comp. It was the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus Comp Carry. So it's got a built-in comp on it. I actually saw it at the store today and was like, it's kind of big for what you get. It's thin, but it's still kind of long. You do get 3 mags, but you get a 10, 13, and a 15, where you can get a Hellcat that you mentioned with a 15 and a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's your firepower. So,
I've said it 100 times. Put yourself mentally in any position where you want less ammo than more. Never going to happen.
Nope.
You want more ammo. With that extended pinky mag that the pros come with on them Springfield Hellcats.
Got an example of when you'd want less. A high point, because it's just extra mass.
just one shot anyway. It's just, I mean, even if it's just 2 more rounds from a 15 to a 17, but the extended mag on those Hellcat Pros, you can run 17 rounds. 15 standard. That's pretty fucking good. My Walther midsize, it's called a compact, but it's not. It's a midsize. I wouldn't say it's a full size, but it sure as hell ain't a fucking Shield or Hellcat. Mm-hmm. So called a Hellcat and Shield of Micros. We got one today out on loan. We took it out to the range, shot it. You can definitely tell it's a micro gun because it's got a shit ton of recoil.
I'm not going to call it recoil. I'm just going to say it's snappy.
Yeah. I wasn't squeezing it hard enough. I should have took some ammo with us.
Some limp wrist malfunction?
I do. I did have some.
I will say it was the worst I have ever shot. I hit the gong once, and that was just dumping half of a mag. So that was not encouraging.
Well, we're also shooting, 35 yards away?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Was it?
It's not like a 7-yard
defensive situation.
Yeah. But still, you'd want to at least maybe nick the plate at some point.
You would have scared him. Ooh, gun.
Wait, if I stand here, I'm good.
You don't need to do any of that. Biden said you just fire 2 shots in the air and
shotgun.
run away.
But anyway, the Springfield Hellcat that we mentioned, I think last week on here, has a deal going on with everything it's got. There's no problems with the damn thing. They always fire. I've never heard anybody bitch about it. I've only ever heard good things. People just fucking love them for the micro gun. Now to put glass on it, you can't just put a Holosun 507 or anything. It has to be a micro dot for that micro slide. But with the Springfield deal, it comes with a Viridian brand red dot. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If it's a carry gun, I think that's perfect. If it's a comp gun, then maybe you can spend a little more money on a bigger gun and a bigger comp sight. Yeah. But
make sure you're
dude, I just bang for the buck, and then talking to you about it. I've just about got myself talked into it. Can I spare another $600? Maybe. And then you seen it. You played with it a little bit. The gun we had on loan has the Black Hawk holster. It's the outside waistband, but I love that thing.
Which I didn't realize it, and here I am, a jackass trying
to rip it in half.
God, it's got a lot of retention.
I'm a big fan of the lockout holsters. My range holster is outside the waistband. It's actually right around the corner. I should go grab it, and you can play with that. It's a brand new one from We the People. Yep. Level 2. It's got over the hood thing on it.
See, for concealed carry, I'm not worried about retention, like a locking retention.
I do.
Because, well, you also carry with one out, not in the chamber.
I need to change that. I'm more confident now than ever to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that's where my problem was. I've always been a fair shooter, but as far as everybody's level of confidence is different, and I just wasn't confident enough, and maybe I'm there now.
It is a mental thing to think that you have a gun on you in public with one in the chamber, and like me, I'm sitting there going, I've got a safety on it. I guess I need to use it, even though I fucking hate it.
Moody has been appendix carrying, and I don't like the idea of that, but he says he's got one that's fucking comfy.
Well, that and my shit's small enough it's out of the way.
Nobody can fucking hit his dick. Even from this distance.
I have done appendix carry. It wasn't a huge fan just because it rubs and you try and sit down. Now, Moody did. I do have his Jack's Tactical Fat Guy holster in one of my tabs in my phone for at some point I'm going to buy one. But what's going to be my carry gun? Don't know.
Okay. In the wintertime, I still outside carry with a big fat coat or a hoodie.
Yeah.
And if I get one of these Hellcats, I'll probably go to my guy, Not Just Guns, unless I can get Shattuck to give me a good deal on one. Shattuck is our local guy. I talked to him. I went into his store the other day and asked him to come out and sit with us. I didn't get... he's kind of on the fence. He doesn't know what it's about. He doesn't know what a podcast is even is. So, if I could buy all my things from him for the same price I can get them over at Not Just Guns, I'd probably go broke. Because I'd be there every fucking day buying shit. So, but Shattuck Great Outdoors, I think, is his business name. Oh,
yeah. My carry gun, the Shield. I wear a.
Can do it right now? Want to take a break?
No, keep going.
Okay. Well, we'll wait on the AR. He's gonna fly. Moody's gonna fly home real quick, get his big case. He wants to show his off and make sure. Right. And I appreciate that, because what happens if you don't get the experience of everything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway.
Rare instances you can experience, like you have all these friends with other guns, you can go out and shoot them.
Which is the exact reason why we did a range day with a bunch of people from work, is they almost looked dumbfounded. When
I wish that every human that was into guns or into self-protection had an opportunity to shoot whatever the fuck they want. Anyway, go ahead.
Because normally I say, go to Silver Bullet or go to Barrack 616 and rent the guns. Well, when you rent a gun, you have to go to the range, which that's good, but it's relatively expensive at an indoor range. They're hard on their timing. Yeah. You have added costs for renting the gun.
Not really. Gun rental isn't, well, I don't know what it is today.
But
gun rental back in the day wasn't horrible. It was like $20 for X amount of shots for each gun.
$20 for X amount of shots, but I don't know what I want, so I'm going to pick one gun off the wall and go shoot it compared to when I told them I'm going to bring 5 9mm guns, and they go, you're going to bring 5?
What are you, fucking a lunatic?
Like, well, yeah.
Gun-toting fucking lunatic.
That was just the 9mm I'm bringing.
Right.
So it's a wide range, so I've had a Springfield XDX. I liked the way it looked. I got it. I got the upgrade package that they had at the time.
I remember that.
Took it to
we
the
were
range.
Buddies then.
Yeah.
You just started, yeah. Okay.
Took it to the range, shot it, and I was like, I don't like it.
You said you have a problem with the slide closing.
My grip on the gun, my thumbs just touch enough of the slide lock that on the last round, the slide is not locked to the rear. It goes back into battery. So you think you got another round.
Because you got just enough pressure holding that button, and it doesn't even sense it. It just
keeps going, and then you click on an empty chamber.
Wait a minute.
Now, let's say you're in a gunfight. That's worst case scenario. You should already be.
For somebody new, they don't really know when that slide's locked back. You and I shoot enough where we go down a mag, and all of a sudden it feels different. You immediately know you're done because you're not looking at the slide. You know before you even really look at it.
I don't know about you, but I count my rounds.
I need to.
So when I shot in a couple competitions,
I can only count to 11.
The way they have it, they used to have it set up. If you were, let's say, you're baseball terms, you're on deck, so you're going to be the next one up to shoot. As they're putting little stickies over all the holes of the targets, you're choosing how you're going to run it.
Mm-hmm.
So say, okay, I start. I got 4 targets to hit. That's 8 rounds. At the time, I was in the limited class. I only had 10 rounds in a mag. I know that after that last target, I need to be changing mags. So I'm dropping 2 fresh rounds on the ground. So I'm counting rounds as I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change mag. I do the same thing now with my Glock 34 when I'm counting up to 17. Change.
Okay. The 34 is a 45?
It's 9mm.
Is it 9?
Long slide.
That's got the 5-inch, doesn't it? I don't know shit about Glocks. I pay very little attention, but I catch a few things here and there.
Mm-hmm. It's not the Glock 17L, which is the extra long slide, but
I need to get both of my Holosons absolute zeroed in.
I've actually never zeroed mine on my 34. I need to do that. But it's going to the range.
That bore sighter thing in there gets you close.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it money. I need to, while that fucking Springfield Hellcat is here, I need to jam that bore sighter in there and get it a hell of a lot closer than it is. Because that thing's way the fuck off.
So when I was at the range with the guys, they have a section with steel on it, and they have plates. So you can knock the plates down, and there's a string you can reset them. But I got up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knocked the plates down. I think I missed one. But I was close enough at 7, 10 yards to hit every one of those plates, and I rapid fire. Bang, 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 bang. So that always feels good to do.
Yep. Because I took Amy all of a sudden has some interest. I think it's because of the political spectrum we're up against these days. So all of a sudden she wants to go shooting. So we took her out, and I adjusted the red dot on my carry Walther, and I think I put it out. Because I was hitting fucking every time. Bang, bang, bang. I should have never touched it.
So I'm gonna say something. That one's out of your rotation right now for a carry gun.
Okay, explain.
if you're not confident that you're aiming, you're going to hit where you're aiming, that gun's off to the side.
The green one, the race gun, is out.
Yeah.
I need to take it out there and see where it's at again. Because yesterday, I've had plenty of time, hernia,
Yep.
and I am legitimately in fucking pain. Just sitting here right now. It sucks. There's a lot of times during my day where I go, I should have just fucking lived with it. Because healing sucks. But anyway, I put the bore sighter in there and I adjusted both of them yesterday a little bit. I just need to take them out.
Yep.
I need to take my bag so I can actually lean against it and not have all the shake going.
That's what I need to do, because every time I go to the range, it's usually with a bunch of people.
Well, then let's just do it, you and I,
All right.
without or come in real early one day to do
Yep.
podcast, and we will go down there when it's cooler.
Yeah.
Going down there when it's hot out sucks.
Well, thankfully,
I have bags right there. I have the
Yep.
bore sighter right there. We're less than a mile away.
yep.
We'll just do pistols. We won't take all our shit down there. Well, we'll probably drink more shit, but
We need to set up something at 15 yards. No, excuse me. Mine's supposed to be at 25 yards.
I want mine at 25.
Yep.
I want both of my guns at 25.
Yep. But it's going to be a very slow process. Maybe shoot 2-3 rounds.
Yes.
And then
I'll watch and whatever.
painstaking is I'm going to walk down there and look. And it's only 25 yards, but still.
That red bag's got my binoculars. That's how we've been doing them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it works really good.
Yep.
I tell you, you're 3 inches over. You're on the money.
Yep. I tried to do it when I was at the range one time with other people and shoot a couple. You do your little adjustments, you shoot it again. But over there, you got a firing line. You can't go down and look at it. It's like,
You feel like you're under pressure because you think other people want to come out and get behind you in line.
yep.
Yeah. So with us, it's just a lot more private.
Yeah.
What about the professor? What about getting him in on something? Because he wants to do something, doesn't he?
The professor, that's me.
Or Dollar. Sorry.
I don't know what he's going to do. He needs to. I was just handed a firearm, so attention's gone.
Dude.
Yeah, Dollar wants to come out, but I think his weekends are so planned out already.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be like a long extension. Like, you need to come out in a month and a half. Here's when you're going to do it.
I mean, if he doesn't hurry up, he'll be behind the 8 ball. Because what do we got? 40-some days? 40 days?
Yeah.
Before the prices of this kind of
Everything.
thing doubles?
Mm-hmm.
That's his full size, right?
I believe it's a full size.
M&P 2.0, right?
Considered a compact because it's a 4-inch barrel.
Compacts. Yes.
That's my fucking Walter, dude. That's the same size.
I do not like your backstrap, but I only have large hands.
Dainty hands. Yeah, dude, I like it.
Okay,
I like
for
it.
concealed.
I can still get this hand in there.
Are you a lefty?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yay.
Okay. For concealed. how
With his
would you
1911, he's pretty good.
prefer This.
A strap under a trench coat. I've shot this player.
Yeah,
Call me.
you have.
Yeah, it does throw flames, dude.
But for a defensive round, it's got 30 rounds. So if you miss the first 29 times, you still got a chance.
Well, I mean, really, 31 if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
For anyone watching on camera, I'm aiming at one of these 72 toolboxes.
Please don't hit one.
Yeah, Dollar did say he wants a weapon. But like the other guys at work, it's, what do I want? So he should have come out that weekend too, but
Well,
again,
Ty, grab that M&P.
Yep. I want to work on dry fire, and I want to work on rip and pulls.
oh yeah.
I want to make sure I'm not hitting down here With my Walters, I want to make sure I'm getting it every time. I want to come in at an angle, bam.
So you mentioned the safety. I ordered my M&Ps without one.
Yeah.
But
My turn. I'll be right back.
my shield, magazine is loaded. There's not one in the pipe, but there's no safety besides the one built into the trigger.
Yeah. See, that I like more because for whatever reason in my brain, it's got a safety, got to hit it up. But
I specifically bought these without a thumb safety.
yeah.
But it's 40. I remember when I bought it though, the slide was real stiff, like extra heavy, and I was really struggling with it. But also for defense, the Judge.
You know it.
5 rounds of 410 shotgun shells, get the job done.
Or if you go the size of a governor, you got an extra round of 410 Justice.
And then, you know, the tried and true American Hero,
1911.
1911, full size.
I just had to see the mag and know what that was.
Rock Auto, or not Rock Auto, Rock Island.
Yep.
I liked the grips.
Rock Island?
Yeah.
That's who made my shotgun that everybody loves so much.
I will have to bring in my 1911, even though it's a turd. I have grips on it from a knife maker. It'll chew up your hand, but it's not going anywhere.
Well, I love my little shield has the built-in Crimson Trace.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just got rid of a round out of that fucker. Double check it. Yep. Because somebody at 5 o'clock in the morning, the dogs were going fucking berserk. That's a 2.0, I believe.
You can leave it out. It's fine.
But that's got the Crimson Trace built right into it.
This was my dad's carry.
That's the Walter, right?
P99 compact. Now, one of the things he likes, you see that button on the top of the slide?
Yeah.
And the indentation on the back of the slide?
Yeah.
So the red dot says it's hot. Push the button. Push the button on the top.
Top. Yeah.
Is it not doing it? Push the button on the top. It's a decocker.
Oh, okay.
But then you just got to do that little pull.
A little tiny pull.
Yep. But he wanted it because it has a decocker, and you just push a button, and now it's just safe. Even though there's one on the pipe, it's decocked.
Right.
Where did that come from?
That is quite the long trigger pull on that one, though.
Well,
Yeah, that's old technology there.
Keep in mind
Is it
how
older
long.
than that 1911?
Well, hold on. 1911's design is perfect. They haven't improved it since 1911.
This one's got a safety on it.
Yeah,
with
no,
the Hellcat and these shields, you can get with and without safeties.
Without.
You're a without guy. I think I like the I like the option because it doesn't have to be on.
See, like I told Moody, my brain, it's there. I got to use it.
If it ain't there, I can't use it.
Yep.
Well, the Walters don't have them.
I know you like the Blackhawk holster because it puts your finger in the same spot.
Yeah,
every time.
when you slide that fucker out.
That's all that is. That's just grip. That's just retention or muscle memory from drawing it.
Still, it puts it right in the money.
No, I know. I will say.
I like it.
I was listening to last
Damn, that fucker needs to be oiled.
I was listening to last week's podcast on my way here, and you were talking about how you like the holster that covers the trigger.
Yes.
100% agree. But I think that's one of the reasons why people always have a negligent discharge, because as they're holstering, their finger is still over the trigger, and they go, and they slam their finger into the trigger.
But they're stupid enough to leave their finger on the fucking trigger.
Well, I'd say they weren't. But
Right.
yeah.
The downside to the shield It's single stack. You can only fit, this one holds 8 because it's got an extension on it.
They call it a stack and a half because it has that little.
It does have a little.
But the Hellcat, I think, is a better example because they get so much more ammo in the same space.
That is definitely a double stack. It's advertised as a double stack.
9 rounds in a shield of 40.
Single stack.
Single
Almost.
stack.
You got a huge
Basically.
fucking extension.
Well, you know what? Basically doubles the length of
Holy shit, it does.
But I'm big enough I can...
Well, that same extension on the 9mm is a 10 round. So for anybody listening,
You can put larger holes with better accuracy, or you can use 9.
9 is definitely the more popular round. However, you can usually fit more rounds in a mag. And the fact that 9mm you can buy 1,000 rounds for $240.
I feel like if you pull a 9 out at the range, the chance that you're a Fed goes through the roof.
I had a 40. I got rid of it because I'm like, I just don't shoot it. It was a full size 5-inch XD.
I bought a full size Glock 40 because that's what I had my training on. And
I feel a lot of cops do that, even prison guards.
Yeah. And you know how much I shoot that nowadays?
Never.
0. That's one of those things where it might be a bedside gun at times, or
That's what this is. I need to. Dude, I don't know. I think I'm going to end up buying a fucking Hellcat now that you talked me into it. You didn't talk me into it. I talked me into it, but I'm talking to you about it anyway.
you're the one that told me about it. I was going to go for the Smith & Wesson.
I know.
Hey,
They're both great. They're both great. Mm-hmm. Don't buy a fucking Kimber. I'm going to tell you. I don't care if Kimber doesn't. Nobody pays me to tell you what gun to buy. However,
Don't buy a, what is it, SIG 320?
20. The SIG 320. That's a full size gun. You'll shoot yourself. You shoot your eye out with that thing. Not even meaning to.
The 365.
However, that's the one that's got all the problems. The 365 is their micro.
That'd be the ones that everyone's trying to carry and shooting themselves with.
No, 320s are.
How many people are trying to carry a full size?
That's what they do.
One worth half a brain?
That's what they do. I mean, a big guy like Moody, or I'm kind of.
Well, here's
I'm
the
bigger.
thing. So, you guys have all noticed it when you started carrying. People don't notice shit. You got a little bit of extra bulge around your waist. People don't notice.
No, but
The only people that notice are the people that have guns.
The first time you, me, and Trigger went to a car show together, we walked around. There was some dude open carrying and acting like he was fucking king shit, and I laughed my ass off at that kid. I'm like, you so much just put your hand on that thing, you're going to jail.
As comfortable as I am around guns, I went to a restaurant one time and sit down with the wife, and you see someone open carrying, it's like, what the fuck are they open carrying for?
That just means I can grab it.
Well, hold on.
That's everybody's
first
gun
target.
today. That's everybody's. Yeah,
Your
exactly.
open carry, is it because you couldn't get a CPL?
Yeah, it's a weird fucking. It's a hot topic thing. We could go on. At some point, we probably will. But anyway, right now, both guns are great. Springfield, it's got a ton of aftermarket support. So you want mags, you want holsters, you want sights, you want. I know, dude. The M&P is. I have an M&P sticker on my car, dude.
Springfield and Smith & Wesson are both very big brands.
Yes. For a micro compact, they're both great. However, a Smith & Wesson Shield in 9 with the slightly extended mag holds 8 rounds. A Hellcat Pro with a slightly extended mag holds 17.
Go.
And again, tell me a situation where you would just say, I want to be I don't want to be, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I want more rounds. Yes, it's going to add weight. The more ammo you carry, the heavier that fucking gun's going to be. Mm-hmm. Toughen up. You're never going to have you're never going to be mentally or reality physically in any situation where you have to actually pull that fucking gun to defend you, your family, somebody else, some kid. You're never going to want a situation where I only have 8 rounds or I have 17 rounds.
Well, let me refer you
I'm
back
sorry,
to
but Springfield
30.
wins. Right. Well, I will burn you with this.
So, Mr. Guns and Gear, if you go on one of his other social platforms that allows a little bit spicier content, you can see some pretty decent shooting videos and see how well handgun ammo actually stops someone. I mean, you'll see
With like ballistic dummy lab guys or
real life. Here's
life,
a
okay.
cop shooting a bad guy, and they put 6, 7, 8 rounds, and they're still fighting.
with a bad guy cop situation.
Without the backstrap.
Bad guy situation. It's an adrenaline fueled situation,
Yep.
right? Everybody's high energy, high freaking the fuck out.
You don't feel much pain when you got a good adrenaline dump.
6, 7 shots.
We got that PCP going. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in one of those situations, so I can't really speak to it. However, you've got to be pretty stupid not to be able to figure out adrenaline. You're going to be able to run for a little bit more than without it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like-minded individuals, you, me, and Moody, know 6, 7 shots, he's going to go down. And probably one shot, he might run away.
Maybe.
Here comes the noise.
Wow. Not a single overwrap.
At least you turned that blinker off.
I'm horrible at that.
That's why I don't use them.
Anywho, dude, I mean, and then our friend has the Hellcat already. I had an opportunity to get it. However, it's the original OSP, came with the Smith with SMS shield on it sight, and that's what Springfield uses. That's what they put on them. They're middle of the road sight. They're not a high end. They're not
You're
a
not gonna
really
get it,
low
yeah.
end. That's a great sight. His is way the fuck off, by the way. It's
bad.
not just.
It's bad.
It's bad, dude. We'll show you in a minute. It's fucking way off. But now they have these Viridian ones that come with them that will be mailed to you after the fact. 3 extra mags, a range bag, which I don't know. I think that's not a bad little bag.
It's probably going to be about what he's got.
I have a cooler probably just like it. No, it's going to be bigger than that.
There.
That's the bag it came in.
Oh, okay.
So there's probably a cardboard box. You open it up, that bag was in it.
Yeah.
The range bag actually has space for extra mags and things. Because Tori actually scored on that deal about a year ago. Same time he bought the Hellcat Pro. That's when I know what I'm talking. I held it, I shot it, and I'm like, fuck, this thing is really nice for a micro. That's how I know the like the 507 comps and shit don't fit on there. With the
I was already doing research on what red dots would fit.
Okay.
My stepson has the Glock 48. That's a narrower one.
It's one of those things. Another thing that you don't have to buy. It's going to come with 2 mags, and you're going to get 3 free ones, and you can buy as many 15, 17 round mags as you want after that.
If I get this in time, with that deal still.
What is it? When does it expire?
I don't know.
I can tell you.
But
keep talking.
That optic might be the usable one until I get a decent one, because my mindset, I really don't want something cheap on something that could be life and death.
Right.
So do I want to go Holosun, or do I want to go the Trigicon for the micros?
We have till October 31st. We have till Halloween to buy these. I mean, you have till Halloween to buy this. Sorry.
We got it. Yep.
And it's pretty quick. So when we did it with Tori, we were on the way back.
Yep.
I got on my phone. We were on our way back from just buying it from local.
Yep.
Got on my phone, ordered it, and 3 days later he had all his shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't think my XDX was.
He didn't get the sight though. He got the 3 mags and range bag.
Yeah.
The other one he bought that Hellcat Pro, and he bought a Walther, just like mine. That with the Walthers you get a free optic plate. You get a free optic plate, but it takes them however long to get the fucker to you, right?
To get mine, yep.
Well, it finally came in. I brought it here. I mounted it for him. I got it bore sighted pretty close. Took it down. It's pretty fucking close. Gave it back to him.
Yeah.
I said, you might want to run some and see just how close it is. You can come in, Murray.
Who is it?
Have a seat, buddy. You ever been on a podcast before?
I've seen them, but I've never been part of one. No.
Come on in, buddy. Murray, the professor, and Moody.
Professor Moody, huh?
Yep. So, YouTube, and then everything else is Spotify. What do we got? Amazon Music, iTunes,
Yep.
Yeah.
Pornhub. We're on guns tonight. That's mostly what we do anyway. So we talk a lot about guns, pistols, right now, and we're going to move on to. Well, we're probably going to take a break and do another.
Yeah.
What are we at?
46.
Okay, we'll give it another 10 minutes and we'll take a break. Can you sit around for a minute? Yeah. All right. Until October 31st. So anybody listening, whatever. October 31st, you get that deal. You get the fucking sight. You get the 3 mags. You get the range bag. I'm gonna go finger. I'm going to drive to probably Not Just Guns unless I can. I'll talk to Shattuck and just say, all right, I'm going to go find one I love. I want to order it from you. Will you match their price? I'll just order it from you. Get it before October 31st.
Yeah.
That way I'm still buying it local and keeping the cash local.
Here you go. I have knives that I've had for a long time, knife collector, but I just don't do anything with them. It's like, you know what? I'd rather have a carry gun that I can use rather than knives that just sit in a cabinet somewhere. So
I'm sorry. I know you love your knives. I know Buchanan loves his knives. He's got a shit ton of them. Yeah. I know. It just doesn't do me any good. I have a drawer full of cheap knives that once they're done, I can chuck them and go buy another one. Same deal with my cheap knife. I can buy X amount of cheap ass knives for what you're paying for your high end ones.
So Nick bought a knife at Menards that is a typical fold out knife, but the blade edge itself is replaceable. So when it gets dull, he can pull the edge part off and slip a replacement on. So the frame and body are all the same. It's just the edge that gets replaced.
I mean, I could chuck them all day long, man.
Razor blade.
Yeah, I could just fucking chuck them. Carter's back.
Not the same joy. I like my knives.
I know you've got some,
however,
really quality shit.
But I haven't bought knives lately, so I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything with them.
Right.
That's some good money that I can try and sell and go buy a gun.
Mine is a. Mine is. I changed auto insurance recently. So all the auto insurance that I had just sent me a bunch of checks.
I'll let you know.
For what they owed me that I didn't use.
Okay.
I paid for the other one, and I'm not really.
He's not muted?
No.
Oh, tell Gavin to call him. That's all it was.
I think he's on the couch. Look out!
Good point. I'm gonna go play with him probably.
All right, what game?
Fortnite.
Whatever. Weird.
Oh, you're weird too.
Where was I?
Nice to marry you. What year?
I don't know.
Anyway, there's just different sizes. See what fits your hands. You have to consider the fact that you got to carry it without printing. Printing is defined as it shows. If you're a skinny guy and you have a big fucking full-size 5-inch Glock,
if you're wearing a fitted shirt, you're gonna print.
it's going to print. Printing means you can see it from a mile away. Not even that. You can see it from close. Whatever. You can just see it. stick
It doesn't
out.
mean like you can see the actual full shape of a gun. It's just, okay, you have something, a
Mysterious.
point poking in your shirt.
Something's
You
protruding.
have this weird boxy shape around your waist.
Yeah.
Is that a hernia or is that a 9 mil? Yeah. So the idea of the micros are just easily concealable. And the whole point of having a CCW, a concealed weapons permits, whatever. Concealed pistol, PPL, there's a bunch of different names for them. The whole idea is to be able to carry it and no one know. There's definitely guys out there that want people to know, and I just don't know. I don't get that. But anyway, so there's micros, there's compacts. I want to say there's mid-size, and then there's full-size. And then from there on, you go to a pistol-sized rifle. But anyway, right now we're talking
AR
pistols.
pistol. Which, if you shoulder it, it's a felony.
Yeah. That's a gray area at the
Yeah, a little
moment.
gray.
No.
What did I
is-
tell you today? The short-barreled shotgun. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I wanted one, and then I looked
Okay,
them up, and they were $2,700.
Before you
I'm like,
buy
never mind.
any other shotguns, can you just get a normal shotgun?
Yeah, you trying to shoot skeet with that VR80.
That thing's a monster. That fucker. I mean, anybody listening, look up a VR80, and you're gonna go, "Well, that's gotta suck to shoot ski with."
On the way out to the pit, I told him, you don't have a shotgun. You have an AR in 12 gauge.
Yeah.
And what the downside to the VR80 ones, and probably I don't know what the other ones are like, but you definitely have to break them in. They don't fire worth a shit until you break that, get that thing dirty. Get it dirty, leave it dirty. Then it shoots fine.
That's fine. All the debris in the barrel's going to get pushed out the end.
Yeah. Maybe that'll finally hit a fucking clay. Jesus. What I hit 1 or 2 out of however many today? 2 at least.
Could
Yeah.
be worse. I took a shot and I didn't even have one in the tube.
Yeah, I think we wasted a whole beer on that one.
Yeah. I was kicking myself for that.
Hey, we found that one out there.
Yeah, we did. All right, let's take a break. I'm gonna mix another bullet.
And
Murray's
we'll switch to
here.
rifles.
Yeah, we'll switch to rifles after that. Liberty and Lead podcast. Send it.
Here's those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.